Welcome back, guys, to Jacobey's Vlogs, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the best chocolate chip cookies. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is grab a bowl that you can mix all of your ingredients together, and this bowl is actually for my electric mixer. But you don't need to use an electric mixer if you don't have one. You can just stir it by hand anyway, it's fine. All right, so the first ingredient we're gonna add to our bowl is flour. Any kind of flour works. I'm actually not sure what kind of flour this is, let me check. All-purpose flour, great value. I'm guessing you could use any kind, but. So what you're gonna wanna do is take a 1 cup scoop of flour and put it in the bowl. But what you want to do this is you want to pat it down with your butter knife. Pat it all down and then scrape it off. Get something like that, full cup. It's okay if there might be a little tiny gap in the middle where there isn't some. It won't be a big deal, but you put it in the bowl. So you do that, another scoop, and then you use a 1/4 cup. So that would be 2 and 1/4 cup. Get in there, okay, thank you. All right, so the next ingredient you're gonna wanna add is baking soda. You're gonna add 1 teaspoon of it. And if you don't have a measuring spoon, like a set of these, you can also just use a small spoon like this. It doesn't matter. It's also a teaspoon. So you're gonna want to pour the baking soda over a sink because it can get a little messy. So pour that in. And you don't need to use a knife for this, just shake it. Like that. Put a teaspoon there. Put it in. Alright, so you're going to do the same exact thing with 1 teaspoon of salt. Shake it, and then put it in the bowl. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is take 2 sticks of butter. I'm guessing a lot of you use Land O'Lakes. That works. Breakstone works. I didn't know we had this kind of butter, but just pop 2 sticks of butter onto a plate. One here. Usually it's better to be softened, but if you forgot or you're running low on time, you can actually put it in the microwave just for a couple seconds, not like a minute or anything, because that will melt it like melted butter. But yeah, so it's not softened enough, so I'm gonna just put it in the microwave for I'm gonna put it on 30 seconds, but don't actually put it in for 30 seconds. Like, stop it at maybe 20 seconds left and then check. Butter looks like it's good. You can see a little butter melted under there, but that's fine. It'll still work. All right, so the next ingredient that you need to add is sugar. So you're gonna wanna add a 3/4 cup of sugar. And you can't really use this. You can actually. You can use, there's a little label here, but I'm guessing you guys don't have that. So grab 1/2 cup. Sugar, it's a little bit easier to get off. Oh, hey, bro.
Can I say hi?
Yeah. So, you don't need to use a knife for this because it kind of just does it itself. It's a little more easier to fall out like that. I messed it up. There we go. So now put that in and put another 1/4 cup in. All right, so next ingredient is brown sugar. I think this will be enough, but who knows? So same amount of the sugar, 3/4 cup. Now, it sticks to the cup a lot easier. And it might be a little bit tough, but just push it down on there. I'm spilling it a little. Yeah. Just push it down. Make sure it gets in there real good. And then, shut up. And then just plop it down in. And then you do that with another 1/4 cup. So, pat it down. And there we go. It actually is very satisfying doing that when it just like kind of pops out as full. Now the next ingredient you're going to want to add is vanilla. So vanilla as well as the salt and baking soda can be a little bit of a mess. So make sure that you pour it over a sink. Be a little more clean if you'd say. But it's no big deal. You don't do it over the sink. Alright, so last ingredient that you add, besides the chocolate chips, are 2 eggs. So when you break the eggs, you want to do it on a bowl here. Then just crack it, put it in. And make sure that when you do this, you have a trash can next to you so you can just immediately put the egg in without making a mess, getting yolk all over your counter. Just crack the 2 eggs. Voila. You don't have to mix them or anything, just put them in the bowl. Now, the next part is mixing. Alright, so you're going to want to use something like this in your mixer. I'm using a mixer. You do not have to use a mixer. You can just use a bowl and mix it with a wooden spoon or any kind of spoon. So you lock it and you want to go very, very slow the first setting when you first mix it. Because if you don't, then it will fly everywhere. Don't get mad if you first see that it's a little bit dry, because it has to mix up a little to get its consistency of being a little bit mixed. But what? Alright, so once you get it about to this point, you can turn it up a couple settings. Oh, no, that's a little too high, but...
Or you can be a savage like me.
Don't even. I would throw you if you did that. Now, is that locked? Yes, it is. So you're gonna want to have to add in your chocolate chips. I have an extra bag here, don't worry. Oh, I'm gonna have to add a lot, but no, actually, I should add them in before I turn on the mix. I'm gonna put these all in because you put however many chocolate chips in you want. I like a lot of chocolate chips, but when you mix it up, very slowly, not fast, not incredibly fast.
And then once those are mixed up a good bit, we're going to want to put some of our other chocolate chips in.
At the same time, it's just more.
Yeah, more chocolate chips.
So, put a little more in. Yes.
And then here's the good part.
Alright. So now that we got a good bit of chocolate chips in there, I think our consistency is good.
And there's one thing, don't try this at home, kids.
It tastes amazing. It's not the healthiest, but if you eat just a little bit, you'll be okay.
Yep. And pray to God you don't get salmonella.
Yeah. So you might notice that your cookie dough is a little bit sticky. So if it is a little bit sticky, then you can add a little bit more flour to it. Just add not a lot at one time, just like a little bit, like maybe that. And then mix it up. So now make sure your spoon's not in there. So
And not touching the counter.
yeah.
Dumbass.
So sit very, very, very slowly. Because flour can make a huge mess if it goes too fast. Just leave them off. Yes, lock now. So once it's mixed up, mix it faster.
Faster.
Alright. So the next thing we want to do is take the cookie dough and put it on the tray. And I recommend actually using an ice cream scoop, so it works very well. And the cookies aren't going to be like really, they're going to be kind of thick. Frozen.
Just like me.
Yeah. Heat your oven to 375 degrees. Right now mine's around 340 as you can see. So
341, 342, 340. You just go out.
yeah. So I have them all in the pan here. I have 12 and I have some more cookie dough. I'm not gonna show myself making the rest of them, but I will show you when I finish with these ones, put them on the rack. They're gonna look really good.
Yes, sir. It's the clout.
Put it in the oven once the oven reaches 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna turn it this way.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's going to burn.
Probably ought to use something. I'm not very safe doing that, but
Yeah, like an oven mitt or something would work.
our oven goes a little bit fast. I cook it for 9 to 12 minutes, but if your oven goes a little bit slower, then make sure you just keep checking it until it gets to the part where you can actually put a butter knife in, and if it comes out without any cookie dough on it, then it will be fine. So the cookies have the timer has went off for the cookies. So I am going to grab a butter knife.
The butter knife's active.
It looks like the cookies are pretty close to being done, if not already done. So I'm gonna pull the tray out, poke a cookie. It's like nothing got on it. So it's okay if your cookies are a little bit like very, very soft because they're very hot, obviously. So you want to slowly take them off the cooling rack, and yeah, they will they'll harden. Brody, would you mind getting something that I can place these in? Move that. Thank you. Just sit it right there like that. And
Yeah, shot right here. Hold up.
Cookies over here. Make sure the pan of cookies are right next to your cooling rack. So here.
Here we go.
Can you move that? Thanks. And place it right there. So once your cookies are
one-handed.
Once they're cool enough to take off, sit them on the cooling pan. They don't have to be like cold. Just make sure that they can get off the pan without falling apart.
Repeat until process is over.
Yes. All right. So here is the final cookies. They have cooled and they're on the cooling rack right now. I didn't want to make all of the cookie dough, so I took the rest of it and put it in this container. You can just put it in the fridge, and if you want to make cookies again soon with the rest of this, you can always do that. You don't need, it's nice because you don't have to like make it, but here's the final cookies, and
I say we have a taste test.
yes. Oh shit, that one's a little crazy at the bottom. It'll like dry, so it'll be fine later.
Delicious.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thanks to everybody that watched the whole video. Please like or subscribe. I prefer if you subscribe, but anyway, thank you for watching, and I mean, you guys are really helping me to get to my goal, and nobody actually requested for me to do this cooking video, but I really do like cooking and I really enjoy it. It's very fun to cook, so thank you guys, and I will see you all later.